Hello, what's up? Hello. Can y'all hear me? I probably shouldn't be doing that. Mm. Thank you for liking the that's all this one ain't on. Thank you for liking the live. When you come on in, give us a like. That helps. Hi, Life with Wanda. How you doing? Who else we got up in here? There go my guy, Jerron. How you doing? I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Don't work too hard. Hey, Melissa. Yeah. Appreciate it, y'all. As always, I'm looking crazy. Just got off my gut health Zoom. It was a little bit different today. Let's see. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing okay, Wanda. I hope all is well. Heading back to work. All right. Definitely be checking you out. Hey, TWSD. Yep. Getting off Zoom, a bit of bad news. One of my colleagues, fellow students in the Gutpreneur Academy, passed away suddenly Monday. So it was a bit of a shock. She was battling some chronic conditions, but I mean, when you say just an inspiration, just a strong person, um, and finding out just how extensive the chronic conditions were, and it's like, man, she still was moving forward, educating herself, being an entrepreneur, just all the things. So it's like when you do have your health and you're not pushing forward, um, you know, it makes you realize that you could do more, you know. So rest in peace to April. Um, so a little bit different kind of Zoom today, just kind of remembering her and things of that nature. So how y'all doing? Long weekend ahead. I don't even know why I'm looking so forward to it. I told my husband, so why am I so excited about a long weekend? Like I work for somebody. You ready to start asking questions already, TW? You know, I know it's been a while. You know the routine. We got to talk about wins first. The cool guy. I'm attracted to you, but not like that. Okay, I'll take it. I appreciate it. Um, we're gonna get to questions, TW, especially if it's JW related. We'll get to that. But let's go ahead and discuss our wins, guys. It's been a while since we've been over here on the Tell Me Something Good Thursday. Last week, let me get my calendar together. Last week we had the JW kickback that was members only. Last Thursday we had a good time. TW was in there, Butterfly. We had a good time just being able to let our hair down and talk about all the things we want to talk about. We didn't have no glitches. All the comments were coming through. So being able to discuss freely behind the wall, so to speak, went well. So in regards to memberships, I did make some adjustments. So if you have been checked out the membership, originally the member only lives was part of the VIP circle, which I believe is $5.99. But I moved it over to the elite tier, which is $2.99. That way more people, could take could join in the member only lives. So if you had checked it out before, but was like, I don't know about the $5.99. It is now $2.99, and then it's been some other benefits added to the VIP level. So that way you can take part in the members only lives. Let's see. Hey, Butterfly. Excuse me, guys. Okay. All right. To let them, TW, that's what you're talking about. Let them, or Let It Go. Let It Go, I think, is by Iyanla Vanzant. Which book? All right. Don't forget to put y'all wins, y'all. So I got a special win. Oh, the book Let It Go. Isn't that by Iyanla? I think I read a book by Iyanla called Let It Go, which was really good too. Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins is good as well. Very good. That's the book that we're covering. Hey, Hartley. Yeah. How you doing? So the book that we're currently reading in book club is the Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, and it's really good. We had a really, really good discussion last Monday, and I need to get the replay out. Yeah, my life been crazy this week. I've had a bunch of sister clients. Then, like I said, my colleague passed, so that kind of took the wind out of my sail hearing that news yesterday. Today, I went to go get my knee injection. So remember, I was getting the MRIs and things of that nature. So they claim I no longer had a Baker cyst, but I did have like the cartilage under my kneecap is thinning out, kind of wearing away. So I'm getting these gel injections to kind of give that support. So I have a very mild case of Butterfly know how to say it. It's a very long word. It's like CHON, blah, blah, blah. So it takes me an hour to drive there. The injection takes all of 5 minutes and then an hour to drive back. So I don't be feeling like doing that when I get back. I ain't gonna even lie. Okay, I'm glad you're doing good, Hartley. Yep, Melissa, we had a good time. It's not painful. They numb it with like I don't want to say dry ice, but they numb it with, they make it real, real cold, and then they put the inject. You can feel the pressure because you feel the gel being inserted. But I had a procedure on my face done before, and that was that was painful. That's supposed to be my next video coming out, and we're gonna get into it. Some new stuff has popped up, so now I feel compelled to record tomorrow. It wasn't that bad. I thought it was gonna be really bad, but the guy that I have doing it, he's really good. Thank you, TW. Yeah, not painful. All right, so my win, y'all. Are y'all ready? I'm like a kid in a candy store. So I wake up kind of early. I be fake up because my husband, his alarm go off at 5 o'clock. So sometimes I'm kind of up, might be looking on my phone, stuff like that. So today, I'm like laying in the bed, and guess who I see commented on one of my videos? Baby Lady C of Critical Thinkers, Hidden Struggles, commented on my video. Honey, I have arrived, okay? Oh, I have arrived. You can't tell me nothing. I have one of the queens of XJW content commenting on my video. Oh, that made my day. That made my day. So, I responded, and then she said she enjoyed, my content and blah, blah, blah. And, maybe we could collaborate if I, felt up to it. What? I'm like, don't make me cuss. Yes, indeed, we can do something. I'm like, absolutely. Yes. Tell me when and I'll make it happen. So yeah, that's my win, honey. That is my win. I mean, when I seen that, I felt like I was getting punked because before people was aware, um, before people was aware of, like, how people can what they call it, hack your page on Facebook. I remember getting like a comment and a DM from Iyanla Vanzant. And at first I got way too excited because I was like, oh my gosh, she's finally seen me. If y'all haven't figured out, I love Iyanla Vanzant. She is my auntie in my head. Okay. And then I was like, this can't be her. This can't be her. So I still got that screenshot because I couldn't believe it. But then I was like, this can't be her. Iyanla wouldn't be DMing me or whatever it was. So yeah. So Lady C saw one of my videos and liked it and wanted to do something. So I would love to go on her Hidden Struggle because, I'm all about like women empowerment in regards to like working, educating yourself and things of that nature. So, and that's kind of the vibe that she has going on over on her Hidden Struggles channel. If y'all not aware, Lady C has her own like separate channel from the Critical Thinking channel called Hidden Struggles. So definitely go check it out. She's had some really good interviews lately that I have really enjoyed. I feel like I had another win, but after that happened, I can't even remember what it is. Let's see, what did I miss? Plan to do my treadmill later tonight. Only 30 minutes, but a win anyway. Yes, absolutely. Yes, hardly fake up. Because my husband be like, you up? I'll be like, no, I'm not. He's like, yes, you are. I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't care if I'm on the phone. I am not up. So don't ask me to do nothing. Let's see, butterfly. Are things in DC still stressful? Yes, let us know. But from the news, it looked like it is. All right. I told you the win. Yeah, I saw you over there, TW, on a live talking about the new light. Yes, Melissa, it was super exciting. Yes, Harley, I have arrived. TW, that's when I was looking, if y'all never heard the story. I came home because a once friend was telling me that another person in the congregation had videos. So I couldn't ask her, well, what's the name? And, da, da, da. So I was trying to find up under her, just her legal name and couldn't find her. But in the midst of trying to find these videos that she did to see what she was talking about, because I was, waking up and was out, end up coming across Critical Thinkers. And I mean, went down the rabbit hole. I went deep. And then I found like, at that time, I think he was still going as John Cedars. And then then like the one off, like I watched videos by, what's his name? Fifth. And, then it was just like one offs where people, would kind of just tell their story, but then nothing else left. And then what's her name? Celeste, Totally Awake. I used to watch her videos. But yeah, JT and Lady C was it for me. I loved it. Yeah, I'm trying, Melissa. Yeah, hardly. You funny, TW. Talking about, can I have your autograph? Yeah, I felt like, oh, I didn't arrive hardly. Like, yeah, when y'all talk XJW, y'all need to be talking about same OT. Okay, we got Lady C over here commenting. Yes, TW, that's how I felt when I started watching those videos, and I'm like, wow, they was in Bethel, and this is who they out, they out here on this platform talking. Oh yeah. I was like, and they look like me, you know? So that's good. I'm glad you're sleeping. Sleep is very important. People underestimate it. People underestimate the importance of sleep in their overall wellness, weight loss, um, brain fog, all the things. Okay, Butterfly says she's reached the plateau and losing baby weight. Have been procrastinating, switching up routine. It was so hard, but I finally switched up routine this week and began doing Tracy Anderson workout videos. Okay. Uh, yes. Yes, totally awake. Um, she was on they had did a live regarding the new light about higher education, and so she came up and spoke. So it was nice to see her, because I don't think she puts content out like that no more. And you know what, guys, from time to time, people that you feel like you subscribe to, even here on my channel, make sure that you from time to time just take a look to see if they had you subscribe, because I didn't want to believe it, but YouTube, I think, unsubscribes people, because um I was trying to make sure it really was like Lady C, so I like followed the comment back to her channel, and it was her, but it said unsubscribe, like I wasn't subscribed, and I was like, I know I'm subscribed. So make sure that the channels that you enjoy and support, that YouTube ain't unsubscribing you. Oh yeah, they definitely the OGs. So that was my win, y'all. That was my win. I feel like I had another win, but once that one came, I couldn't I can't even remember. I call myself writing down a few looks. Um I guess my other win is, y'all, I've made a lot of progress. We're supposed to be going live with our new gut health program September 1st. I've gotten a partnership account with Thorne. I don't know if you're familiar with Thorne supplements. So even though I'll have my own supplement line, it's some things that my suppliers just don't have, or they may have something, but I'm, really, really fond of Thorne. So I was happy to be able to partner with them. And so that was exciting. So got that done. So we're going to be doing some things. We're going to be helping people to heal, because I used to kind of didn't like, I ain't gonna say I didn't like it, but I would roll my eyes like when older people, when I was like in my 20s, complaining about life and this, that, and the third. And they would be like, as long as you got your health, you okay. And I was like, I need some money. I don't need I ain't thinking about my health. But if you don't have your health, you can't get to no money. You can't get to a lot of stuff, because you need your health to make some things happen, So I'm grateful to have a reasonable portion of health, for sure. All right, one more thing, just a little bit of housekeeping so I don't forget. So I mentioned about the memberships and how you can get on the members only live now in the elite membership, which is $2.99. So if you didn't know that change, I'm letting you know. So September 5th is members only girls night out. Not that we don't want the fellas there, but it's specifically for the women, to talk about women type things. Okay. And And then the 11th, we'll be back here. And then the 17th will be members only, XJW kickback. And then the 25th, we'll be back here. And then we'll be doing Wellness Wednesday, October 1st. Of course, I'll be putting this in the community post, but just giving you an idea. Okay. So that's about the lives and things of that nature. All right. Let's see. Let's see. That's a great win, TW. Sleep is imperative. Yes, it is. I just hit like I forgot sometimes. Thank you, TW. Dawn has an excellent reputation, not the cheapest. That's true, TW. That's why I was glad to, partner with them so that I can get it wholesale and, make it reasonable. Maybe I can include it in, the packaging for some stuff or what have you. And then still be able to offer it maybe a little bit cheaper than what the health food store or something like that might carry it. Yes, no worries, butterfly. Let's see. Harley said, "Wow, I didn't know that you have your own supplement line. That's great news. Thank you. Yes, I just launched it. So I'm working with two wonderful supplement companies. So finalizing one with the getting everything final, like all my labels and things of that nature. I did that last night late for the one that will carry like the bulk of my program. So hold on, guys. I'll show y'all. So this is my other one. This will go with like all my programs. So 14-day detox, really good. And this right here, by Prozyme, it's a probiotic and digestive enzyme. You might think you regular. You start taking that, you're going to be like, where's all this poop coming from? It's awesome, gentle, and gets the job done. So it's exciting. I feel fancy. So yeah, we'll see. That's right. Health is wealth. Yeah, TW, you can bail on girls' night. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it go. Just I'm a woman of a certain age, so I just felt like, hey, we need to create a space. And I'm not a fella, even though I can talk about male things, sports and things of that nature. Like, I am excited. Football is coming back. Oh, shout out! I know what my other win was. Shout out to Norfolk State. That is not my true. I guess it's not my true. I'm not a true alumnus, as some people would say, because I didn't graduate from Norfolk State. But Norfolk State is the reason why I am and who I am today, because they set the foundation. So I did my first 2 years of college at Norfolk State. So that's who I rep. That's who I got my license plate thingy and everything. So if you are a college football follower, Michael Vick, former NFL player, known for being a great quarterback, and also some other things that, some people have not been able to extend grace to him for. But nonetheless, he is the head coach of Norfolk State now, and they are starting off the what they call it, College Day or whatever on ESPN, and they're at Norfolk State. So that was from 6 to 9 Central Time. So I don't know what the score is because I was on Zoom and all that stuff. So I recorded it because I want to see everything they did. So shout out, behold the green and gold. If you know, you know. And that was my other win. That's one of my, I don't like the term bucket list, but if I can be great and do something phenomenal and get an honorary degree from Norfolk State because I did it, that's on my wish list, you know? So whether it's I'm able to help people and be profitable and create maybe a scholarship fund for kids from Chicago to go to Norfolk State and they give me an honorary degree, I will be ecstatic. Because if it wasn't for Norfolk State, I'm not gonna say it wouldn't be no me, but they really set the foundation for me. So that's my other win. All right, let's see. Yes, Thorn is solid. Okay. You funny butterfly. Oh, we're gonna it's not on the site just yet, butterfly. So it's the 14-day detox and by Prozyme. But I have others coming out. But the one supplement company, I get this and like a super multivitamin is super great from them. And then my other company is doing my gut health drink. So I call it Reset Daily Infusion Blend. It has super greens, electrolytes, fiber, gut defense, and immune boost. Because most of us, a lot of the things that plague us, inflammation, fatigue, digestive issues, skin issues, it's because our guts are out of whack, you know? So so that's something that I drink every day, and I feel the healing because it has all the things that you need to heal your gut. And like I shared with y'all before, I did the gut analysis and things of that nature. So I do have, depending on who's interpreting the test, inflammatory dysbiosis, um, and maybe some people might say a mild case of leaky gut, but nonetheless, you still treat it. I shouldn't say treat. You still approach it the same. So, and vitamin D, B12, and things of that nature. Oh, okay. I hear you. I hear you. Are you saying you believe the Rams are going to be the champs? Thank you, Bingus lover. Thank you. All right, y'all. That's all my little housekeeping and to-dos and things of that nature. So we're gonna let TW ask his question. Oh, and hopefully in the next week or two, we'll go back. We're gonna attempt call in. Okay. We're gonna attempt that again. Oh, since 1966. Okay. Even when they had went to what was it, St. Louis? I do have a website, Melissa, for my clinic. Yeah, I do. I be trying not to talk about it over here because this is like same OT, but it's part of who I am. So yep, but I do have one. I do. But the supplements are not attached just yet. They got to do that part. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks. But go ahead, TW, ask your question. I think I already know what it might be about. Yes, Melissa. Once it's up, I'll let you know. Yes, Norfolk State. Mm-hmm. It's a HBCU. Absolutely. Okay, TW, this is the question. This is TW question. We were all in a high control group. How many have received professional therapy? I have not. Great question. Great question. I have not. I consider myself I'm not a self therapist, but I have the tools that I feel like I'm able to be therapeutic with myself, to pull myself out, whether it's, reading self-help books, things like that, and things of that nature. But I probably could benefit from some, especially like from stuff as a teen, grief and stuff like that from when my grandparents died, but not because of the religion. My therapy was uh, my therapy was right here on YouTube. I Once I discovered XJW content on YouTube, I watched it nonstop. My husband would go to work. I would be getting up, getting my laptop open, working on like MP school, stuff. He would come home and I'd be like cooking and still watching. I couldn't get enough of it because it just was validating and confirming that I'm not crazy. Okay, I'm not crazy. This was incorrect, or this didn't make no sense, or or I was learning new things that I had never known before. You know, um, like thinking that I would be able to join the RBC once I become a nurse. Like if nothing else, I could do the first aid. And still being denied, but didn't know I was being denied. Nope, they would not come out and tell me that. And then not understanding how they would be like, we could talk about it out in service and this, and that. So basically, I didn't realize that I wasn't part of the chosen one. So those kind of things, like learning the politics. I didn't realize the politics of the witnesses until I was out watching the videos. Okay, Melissa said, I have not as well. I'm watching XJW videos and watching and being part of T's book club has been helping me in a big way. Shout out to the book club. They were trying to make me cry Monday. My thinking may be wrong, but most therapists don't know enough about the JWs to help. I will have to teach them and pay them for it. You know what, TW? But it's therapists that do specifically work with XJW. So I remember, I can't remember whose video it was. I think they interviewed him. It's a XJW who became a therapist to help, XJWs and other people who've come out of high control religions. And it seems like it's a growing need, especially with so many people, waking up and sharing their stories, on platforms like YouTube, Instagram, starting blogs, writing books, you know, um, a lot of Mormons waking up, 7-day Adventists, just all the things. So you probably just have to Google. You might could just Google it. Oh, hey, Leo, you at work? But good news, the end of next month, I'm finally leaving shift work. Awesome. That's awesome. I worry about my friends who work like graveyard and stuff like that because you're basically training your body to stay up when everything in your body is saying you should be asleep. And that, in the long run can impact your quality of life. So I'm glad to hear that. That is a win, Leo. Hey, Eighth Power Strong from Philly. How you doing? Yeah, TW. I mean, it ain't many like that, but I mean, wouldn't it be awesome if maybe somebody leaves the JWs and go and pursue that? because they see the need. Like maybe they wake up from watching XJW content and, decide to go do it. Even though a lot of people come to me for advice, my nickname amongst friends and family is Little Iyanla, Iyanla Jr. I can be very Iyanla like. And maybe on the surface, it seemed like I would be a good therapist, but I don't think I could. I think I might be a little bit of what they call it empath. So I've had to do a lot of work to not take on other people's like energy and emotions and stuff, So I'm to the point where I don't even really want to continue doing sister locks. One, I'm tired of it, because it's laborious. Your wrist and hands start hurting. Just the energy. I'm putting my hands in their head and they complaining. Sometimes you just that exchange of energy can be powerful. Butterfly says, I have and will probably sporadically dabble in professional therapy until I bid this planet farewell. But again, born and raised in strictly horrific experiences, YouTube lately, but still needed more. Melissa, hello, 8 Power Strong. I'm from Pennsylvania. Esty is Dr. Ryan Lee. Okay. Thank you, Esty. You nervous? What you nervous about? 8 Power Strong? SDR. I saw him interviewed. The STW look for therapists who specializes in recovery from high control groups. Yeah, it's some out there. Hey, Melissa, may I ask why you are? Oh, she asked why butterfly. I'm not sure. I need it. Perhaps I do. It's a safe space, a safe place on this channel. Absolutely. I've been taking in a lot of XJW content and I'm worried about exiting the congregation. Oh, okay. What's your worries? Are you married? Do you have kids? Do you have family in the organization? I always think like, oh God, what if I had convinced my mama to become a witness and then when I woke up, she would have stayed. Though when I look at people's content and they have those conversations, like people that they, whether it's their kids or family or, just they so happen to, meet somebody door to door and they just, they sick about it. I never had luck. So I guess that's a good thing. TW says another question to chat room. Back in the day when the DO and CO visited your Kingdom Hall, how often did the elders how did the elders behave? You already know. Butterfly, everyone at the very least, please get the book Cracking the Code for Therapists, Bonnie Zedman. She's an XJW who wrote the book for therapists and those who escape codes. Butterfly is our personal Google / ChatGPT. I hope y'all know that. When we was in the XJW kickback last week, I was like describing the condition and she knew exactly what I was talking about. Shout out to Butterfly. She is Google before Google. And Melissa gonna go get that book today, because anytime somebody mention the book, she go get it. Cracking the code for therapists. Let me write that down. Cracking the code for therapists. Cracking the code. Bonnie. Was it Bonnie? Yeah, Bonnie Man. What do you want, little boy? Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. All right. So my thought of the week. Hold on, guys. My thought of the week is in line. Can I help you, sir? Y'all want to see a bad boy? Come on with your little wet feet. Y'all want to see a bad boy? Uh-oh. Look at him. He's a bad boy. You. Uh-oh. Here come the bulldozer. Yeah. Pepper had an accident in the house. He normally don't do that. So kind of mad at him. Yeah, he do. What time is it? They've been wanting it early and early. I've been having to give it to him at 8 o'clock. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, let me go back. Butterfly. Yes. Okay, TW said another word that triggers me, servant, example, ministerial servant. Melissa, I will butterfly left a lot. Thanks to you for calling me out. Baby, you tell Melissa about a book, she gonna let you know the next day. My book will be here Thursday. We be like, Melissa don't play. Let's see. Hold on, Eighth Power, because so TW, I'm actually working on a video kind of dealing with words that are triggering. And good for nothing servant is one of the trigger words. So I understand what you mean by that. Okay, H Power Strong says, yeah, I have family and friends in the congregation. I've been this before, so I know there is life outside the truth. But I returned to the congregation because I felt like I wanted to be a witness again. Okay, so how long have you been back? TW, baby, don't they love plantation words? That's exactly what my video is about. Like I had that was one of the next ones I was gonna record, but one of the real ones sent me a DM this morning. It's like, oh, T, you have to look at this video. So I don't know if I got to go back and watch it again, but I saw Wally of JW Thoughts had already did like a video on it. I don't know if they do these. I don't know what it was called. I got to go back and look and see what category it falls under. Like it wasn't a broadcast. It wasn't an update. So I don't know if they do like a daily or weekly, Bible thought or something. But I feel like it was very strategic to the new light about higher education. Because it was talking about basically like, don't bring up nothing from the past. What's in the past is in the past. Keep your thoughts on the future and just move forward. And it was given, this is a response to, maybe some backlash that they actually are hearing in regards to the new light about higher education. Could even, like, I don't know how in real time they record this stuff, but they probably, and I'm giving y'all like a sneak peek of the video, I guess. They probably, if they're not doing it kind of like in real time, like I said, I got to go back and find out what category. It was like only like a 9-minute video, but they probably anticipated that when we come out with this new light, they're gonna be friends that feel a type of way, right? So we need to give the ones who might not be verbalizing, any type of feelings about this new light. We need to give them a reminder, kind of thing. Like, I kind of low key feel like at this point, they like, whoever gonna go. But we got to double down in the indoctrination on the people who still here. So it was basically given like, we don't care. We're not going to apologize for old light. Just focus on the new light and move on. That's what I think. But y'all still watch the video when I put it up. I will do it tomorrow. Okay. Did I miss something? Okay, plantation words then. Okay, Eighth Power Strong said, now that I have my own kids, their safety is more important to me than these doctrines. I know that's right. Yes, I saw that. Melissa, oh, you saw that video too? I don't know what it's called. Yeah, Wally did an excellent video on the university. Governing body has all the cards and all the Kingdom Halls, around the world. Wally did a great video on that video. Yeah. And current JWs that want to start their own religion better be wealthy because governing body owns all the properties around the world. Yep. Mm-hmm. Melissa, you would think with all the new light that the older ones would be seeing the red flags and be like, hold on, truth don't change. Wise. Yeah. Yeah. But I think that could be twofold though. I think that could be twofold, Melissa. Okay, so Eighth Power Strong. You've been back 9 years. I don't know how old your kids are. What do you think is like holding you back? Is it the being shunned? I don't know what the context is as far as like the family relations. Like, do your parents pick up your kids from school? Like the day-to-day stuff will leave an impact that. Could you just fade and become inactive? Could you do that? Is that a possibility? I wanted to text my two buddies that I mentioned a lot that that I still consider friends. I wanted to text them so bad and be like, girl, what is the people in the house saying? First men got beards, now women wearing pants, now folks can go to college without any problem. Kingston, stop. He in there just going to town on the couch. He didn't tow the couch up. That's why we don't let him get on the couch in the living room. Gotta have at least one nice couch. Oh my goodness, these dogs. TW said also, governing body will delete an elder or group of elders that make a run for the castle. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Thank y'all for the likes. Appreciate it. I guess everybody is typing. Mm-hmm. What y'all got planned for the weekend? I really kind of would like some barbecue, but my husband don't eat pork. He don't eat beef. So, Butterfly, I did not. The last message I saw from you, you said you sent hearts. You sent hearts. And then prior to that, the last message I saw was, yes, TW is exceptionally helpful. Was it another message besides that? Is YouTube tripping? Can somebody type something like a one or something, so I know if I know if it's YouTube or not? Okay, so Melissa, your one came through. I don't know what you might, butterfly be tripping over here. Okay, I see the ones. Does anybody have any other insight for I want to get the name right. Eighth Power Strong. Been back. Oh, okay. Wait, we gotta. Okay, Eighth Power Strong said, I have an assignment scheduled for October, but don't want to give it. Yes, my immediate family is in the organization, and married, and my in-laws, of course, they are up in age. Honestly, I feel like my husband is sticking around because our parents are old. Could very well be the case. Let's see. Butterfly said, was just nothing. They had us all in roots. Good for nothing slaves with overseers. Baby, y'all, when I tell you, I started thinking about, I had always thought about this, but when I was thinking about and looking at people's different perspectives when it came to, the higher education reversal, I got to thinking about how, despite, all those local needs, I felt like being directed towards me and all these things. And I just was not about to let them stop me from, going and becoming a nurse. I just wasn't going to do it. Now, I did tell my husband the other day, I said, if I hadn't have left and somehow was still, involved or whatever, even though I think I would have been out once C-19 hit. Oh, I would have been out. I was already planning my escape because I was going to move to Atlanta, not go to the hall, and if need be, change my phone number so they could stop, calling me. But if for some reason I would have stayed, I think C-19 in the Zoom era, that would have been like, oh, this is my chance to go. So I told him, I said, I don't know, I probably wouldn't have went to MP school, because that would have really been pushing it, if I was still sucked in. Well, Butterfly, wait till you see my video. Yeah. So Faden, could you do the assignment and then I guess come off the school? Can you just be like, oh, just a lot going on? Like, is your husband, is he a ministerial servant or elder? Okay, hold on to him, TW. Yes, 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 yes. So, anybody have any suggestions? So, Eighth Power has been back 9 years. She has children. She's married. Have parents and in-laws in the organization. But, it sounds like it's waking up. Eighth Power, can you let us know, like, where you are? Like, how do you see yourself? Do you still believe any of the doctrines? What made you even, click into this live or, watch the content? I'm assuming you probably watch my content because nothing in the live lets you know that this is XJW. This is a safe XJW space, I should say. Could you give us some insight? Melissa said, I faded, but I was also able to move an hour away from where I grew up. So that made it easier for my fade. Didn't have anyone really asking me why they don't see me at meetings. Yep. I hear a lot of people saying stuff like that. I mean, hell, I wanted to move back to Atlanta at the time before I had met my husband. But yeah, I was like, I'm about to move to get away as well. And, get away from the city and get away. So, and I did go, I remember going to the hall one time when I went to visit my family in Atlanta, and they were so cold. Hey, Voodoo Child. They were so cold. And I was like, ugh, what happened to this a worldwide brotherhood and supposed to be welcoming? Like all the women was looking at me like I wanted their man. And I was like, oh, it was like giving me deja vu, PTSD. And I was like, here we go again. Like, don't nobody want these jokers up in here? But then I remember telling my cousin, she was like, well, how was it? Was they nice? And da-da-da. I said, it was a few people who said hello. But after I thought about it, I said, they probably thought I was disfellowship or something, because here's this strange woman, I had the books at the time. Yeah. It gave me like, I was just like, okay. And at that point, I said, I'm never gonna make my cousin have to get up and do all this research. This was before my husband. And I'm trying to think, was I still in nursing school? Well, this had to be before my dad passed, because he only had the one baby. So yeah, this had to be like 16, 17 years ago, maybe about 15. Because our daughter, I think 17 now. So yeah, like 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. Crazy. Church folks can be so messy, but the JWs have a special technique. Absolutely. Yep, that's what they was thinking. What she do? I ain't did nothing. I'm just being a a faithful, good for nothing slave. And even though I'm on vacation, I'm coming to the Kingdom Hall on Sunday because I'm trying to give a good witness to my family. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Y'all. Even though, like I say all the time, I might have had 10 toes down moments, I still be wanting to smack myself, like go back in time and smack myself and be like, girl, why did you fall for this foolishness? Okay, so Eighth Power says, so my husband is a witness, but doesn't have a desire to take on responsibility after watching his father work hard. What made me start looking into the apostate information after learning from my in-law that a brother was on the registration list. So I started on a YouTube rabbit hole, and there is so much stuff happening. Oh, baby, you just don't know what's happening outside the congregation that I didn't know about. Oh, honey, you don't know all the stuff that is happening. But I'm gonna tell you this: kudos to you for not letting that bit of information about somebody on the registry, just saying like, oh, Jehovah will fix it, Jehovah will fix it, and found yourself on the YouTube rabbit hole. You have no clue. And I can only imagine what it feels like to be like, I don't want to be a part of this. But then you got elderly, parents, in-laws, and, things of that nature. But I don't know. I don't know. It seems like probably the best option would be fading. It's good that your husband is not like in a position of leadership. So I think that kind of can make it easier. If you can't get out of your talk or assignment in October, maybe muster through, do that, and then I would put me a fade plan in place. Go register for a class. You can go to college now. Go register for a class and say, "Oh, I'm getting some college credits. I can't do it." Because I remember when I used nursing school as an excuse. I was on the school, and I was like, I'm about to tell them take me off the school. I was tired of it. I never understood it. It was always so fake and phony. I'm like, this scene that we're creating, this is fake. It's not gonna work this easy. This person is not gonna say this at the door, at the bus stop, in the grocery store line. It's just not. It's acting, and I'm not a good actor. I'm like, how do these actors remember all these lines, know the emotion? Like, when you think about it, like some of the great actors, you're just like, how were you able to embody and become this whole totally different person? I remember watching Training Day. I went to watch Training Day by myself. They used to have like $5 Tuesday, and I would treat myself, and I would go to the show by myself. The person I was dating at the time thought I was seeing somebody, and I'm like, no, I'm doing me. I ain't got to wait on you. I want to go. It's $5. So I wanted to go see Training Day. And when I tell you, I was so disturbed. I was so disturbed with Denzel. I was just like, what is going on? Because, baby, Denzel played the mess out of that. And it was just like, this guy is unreal. I was like, so, yeah, people who know how to act and you forget that they really ain't that person, they can memorize them lines. But anyway, I done went on a tangent. Okay, so Butterfly said, eighth power, please deeply receive that you are beautifully brave for even being here. Absolutely. Please embrace the fierceness that is you, the different. I don't know what this acronym means. The difference between a cult and a religion is what happens when you attempt to leave. Yes, indeedy. That part. TW. T, how happy were you getting up early on Saturday morning, knocking on doors? I never convinced anyone to join the JW. I wasn't happy about it at all. You know what they would tell you? Come and give your time to Jehovah, and the rest of your day will go smooth. Oh, he's like, ugh, man. And Fridays, if I didn't go out like with girlfriends or something like that, Fridays I would give me something good to eat. I hadn't been bothered with these kids all week. I would give me something good to eat, go home, eat, be rubbing my feet together, get in the bed and watch what is it? Dateline. And it never failed. That last commercial before you find out, what all happened. I would fall asleep. Next thing you know, I wake up about 15 minutes into the 10 o'clock news. And then be like, golly, I gotta get up and go out here to this hall in the morning. Mm-hmm. Melissa said, LOL, I hated going door to door. I never had a study or anything. I never followed up on my visits. I will follow up here and there. But really out of distress, not because I was like, let me go back and, follow up these return visits. It will be like, because you're in a car group and that's what they doing. So you like pull out your little book and you're like, oh, I got a couple of people I can. Yeah, I had a few that liked the magazines, but outside of that, and then when you think about it, oh my God, guys, when you think about it, like if you ever had somebody did meet somebody in the field and it progressed to them, you going into their house. And it's like, just because it's two women and just because you studying with a woman, we could have been chopped up in the basement. I'm going to tell y'all when I stopped going out door to door, probably after watching too many First 48s and snaps. And I was like, how do I know somebody not behind this door with a big old shot GUN? I don't. I was like, I'm done. I don't want to hear nothing about the angels are protecting us as we go door to door. I don't want to hear no more about it. And I stopped doing that. So if I met the group and wasn't nobody about to do returns or had a Bible study that I could just, tag along, I was like, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it because I don't know who behind that door. You know? All right, Ace Power said the elders didn't tell me or him about the brother. I Googled everything about him and the other brothers of Pennsylvania. Yes, it was about 8 to 10 elders, right? In Pennsylvania that they all got convicted, right? Not too long ago. Okay, TW said, Eighth Power, you know your situation better than anyone else. That is a huge part of picking the best exit if that is what you want. It is acting. I haven't been out in, let's see, Melissa, you are very, oh, wait, okay. Hey, stop. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't stand when they get to licking. That noise drives me crazy. Melissa, you are very funny. Field service in a year, so why am I being assigned a part? Absolutely. That's because they probably sense it on you. They probably sense it on you that you didn't, uncover the BS. That's why. Because that's what they do. When they feel like you waning or you getting weak, that's what they want to do. That's why they gave you that doggone assignment. Because you ain't been out in service in a year. We're going to pull her back into the fold. I will be like, I've been diagnosed with anxiety. I can't do it. I'll be like, I ain't about to do this. Like, I mean, they did everything in their power when I told them, can y'all take me out to school? Nursing school is kicking my butt. I don't have time. And they was like, well, we could keep you on and just put you in the rotation from 6 months from now. I said, no, because 6 months from now, it's going to even be even worse. Because the closer I get to the end and have to sit and take this test and know that I got to pass it on the first try because I done ran out of money and I need a job so I can keep my house. Like, I'm thinking about coming up here doing no fake Jehovah's Witness acting. Okay. Yeah. I would say you PMO. Especially since they still trying to make you do parts. Let's see, Voodoo said. I think that by encouraging study the JWs inadvertently make some of the best research warriors against their own organization. Yep. After they leave, because while they're in, they're discouraged. I mean, they're encouraged to study. Absolutely. Oh yeah. Once the person allows themselves permission to, like you say, research, investigate, or let me just go online and see or Google and see, excuse me, y'all. Then the floodgates are open. Floodgates are open. Let's say in my situation, I know brothers will give parts based on what they think you need to work on. So kind of like do your own research. Yeah, what's your part about? That's why they gave it to you, trying to get you back in the fold. Just a mess. What y'all got planned for the weekend? It's a long weekend for many people. I kind of was had a little taste for ribs, but I'm not gonna cook them because my husband, he don't eat pork, he don't eat beef. He may eat beef once a year if it's like Jamaican oxtails, but no, he ain't gonna eat no ribs. So I don't know. Maybe we'll go to this place called the Patio. They got decent ribs. I might try to record both those videos tomorrow. Now that I'm thinking about it, and then get them up. What did y'all think? Did y'all if you watched enjoy the higher education, what I at least my perspective of what I think sorry, of what I think is really going on. Butterfly. Remember skipping the meeting sometimes and go to the gym, go swimming or something I like. It was great missing the meetings. Absolutely. Shoot, I used to miss the meetings just because that's when Oprah used to do her soul was it Soulful Sundays, and she would have people on there that I wanted to hear, and I'm like, I could have DVR'd it, but I'm like, no, this is how I want to feel my Sunday. I want to hear what Brene Brown got to say in real time, because that's the kind of stuff that was feeding my soul. Not not anything at the hall made me feel the way reading a Brene Brown book or listening to Iyanla or reading one of her books or listening to Maya Angelou. It just didn't do the same, you know. At least when I was going to the Baptist church, at least I moved, left feeling good in the sense, because if nothing else, that music gonna get you hyped up and be like, okay, the Lord on my side, kind of thing. You leave the kingdom house like, oh Lord, I'm going out into the world. Jehovah help me. Do the doorbell trigger you, TW? It don't trigger me. Where your time at? Oh yeah, they notice. Yep. Voodoo, did I think you had mentioned that on one of the videos about the watchtower being creepy. Oh, they like, yeah, let's help her dust that bag and that Jesus skirt off. Well, you ain't gotta wear your Jesus skirt now. You can wear paints. You can wear Jesus paints. That's what I used to call all my long skirts. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a good maxi skirt, but yeah, I used to call them Jesus skirts and put my Jesus skirt on. Oh, y'all gonna do a seafood boil? Okay. Yeah, understandable, butterfly. Oh, wait. Send me a plate, Voodoo. I wanted to make some kind of soul food last week, but I had sister lock people on Sunday. So I was telling my husband, I said, yeah, I gotta be delivered from sister locks in 2026. I said, I just want to have a clinic and my YouTube. I love my YouTube. I love y'all. I do. And I'm telling y'all that right now because you never know what could happen. Know that y'all have this has been it's therapeutic for me as well. Since we were talking about therapy, having the channel is therapeutic. Being able to interchange with you all. Some of you all have come offline and joined the book club, and so really get to kind of know each other, and you know it. So I do love y'all. I ain't just saying it as fluff. I do um, love you all and want the best for each and every one of y'all. So just wanted to say that. Let's see, Butterfly. I hear that reports are the National Guard is now packing heat. Oh my goodness. I hadn't heard that. Voodoo, I think you're right. They need money and they know they're not getting top dollar donations when folks aren't making money. But I think they see membership dwindling and need people to stay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Esty said at 8th Power Strong, can you change to householder only for the school? Yeah, that take the work off of her. Butterfly, yes, TW, they are. It's terrible. I almost feel like it's like I don't even want to say it out loud. I almost feel like they trying to turn it into Handmaid's Tale, you know? It's just like I don't know if y'all ever seen that. It's very triggering. Um, and I be feeling weird because it is such a crazy series. I be feeling weird saying it's good, but it's maybe I should say it's compelling. It draws you in, versus it's good because it's horrible things that happen in the series. I have been filling my Saturdays for the gym. That's good. I don't feel like that information from the Kingdom Hall is reaching my heart, especially now that I am a parent. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They know that the secrecy of the organization is getting out and they need to backpedal. But ultimately, that's going to piss people off who didn't go to college. Yes, it has. I've had two people, one privately and one on my video about the higher education flip, mention suing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Jesus paints for sure. TW, if you ask the governing body for a $20 bill, what do you think they would do? Look at you crazy? SD, I'm sure I can. I just hate getting on the platform. I know. That has to be so hard. Oh, thanks, Melissa. Wow. Who child? I'm vegan, but everything else sounds amazing. I make the best vegan soul food down to the hot work. All right, Butterfly. Human connection is important for the soul. I learned that on my own. Wow, this it is. Mm-hmm. Heads may tell is exactly the direction this society is headed if folks don't wake up. Absolutely. And I'm like that. Like me and my husband, since we got married, have been talking about we moving to Georgia. We moving to Georgia. We had actually postponed even like buying a house because we was like, we about to move, things never lined up for us to go. So then we was like, forget it. We gotta get the house. So with all this mess going on, I said, I'm gonna be right here in Illinois. Because if y'all remember in expectation, Chicago, and I can't even remember, I don't even know if they ever fully got California. But Chicago did not go down, they went down with a fight. And it was like, it took a long time for them to finally infiltrate Chicago. And we know how he feel about JB, who's the governor here. And, JB be talking that talk because JB can talk that talk because, one, he is truly a billionaire. He didn't need the political game, to make his money. But I'm gonna be right here. People think that JB is gonna be running for president. I feel mixed about that. I think he could end up doing a good job, but at the same time, I'm like, then I don't know what we gonna have here, because we did have some foolishness before him, but I think he's doing a good job, and he really earned my respect the way he handled C-19. Like, he was like, I don't have time to be playing, like, and was, took money out his own pocket and went and got private jets to go get PPE, for healthcare workers and stuff like that. So that, to me, that's when I was like, okay, I respect this guy, because there's plenty of people who got money and they wouldn't have done it. They wouldn't have done it, you know. Okay, Essie said eighth power strong. I transferred to a different congregation and didn't join the school. Oh, that's a good strategy. That's a good strategy. Who else just recently said that? Oh, you know what? Isaac. Isaac of Tune Up Your Mind. That's what Isaac did. I'm almost positive that's what he did. When he knew that he was about to leave, he transferred congregations. And then I think he said 30 days later, he was gone. I think that's what he did. Maybe thanks for that, Essie. Maybe Eighth Power Strong, maybe that's something that you could do. I don't know if your husband will be up to it. Yep, butterfly. Mm-hmm. So are you TW, what are you doing? Are you eating meat or are you a pescatarian? Okay. Got some vegans in the house. All right. TW said going on vacation with JWs was boring. Tell me about it. We would be somewhere in Europe and I'm thinking about the beach and they want to make every Kingdom Hall meeting. I know. It's like this is not a vacation. You're supposed to take a break from your regular life, right? Oh, you love JB? Yeah, not flying right now. Not with these. Mm-hmm. Nope, not at all. TW. Eighth, I have a weakness for sharp cheddar and I love blue cheese. I have to stand my ground and skip meetings and talks. I can't go nowhere. Okay, so let me see. I have to stand my ground and skip meetings and talks. I can't go nowhere. What you mean by that, A? Like you can't transfer? Is that what you're saying? To another congregation? Eighth power, yeah. Vegan cheese isn't the best, but I've been fully vegan for a while now. Okay, pescatarian, seafood diet, everything I see, I eat. Oh, oh my God. Okay, voodoo, for real. All right, y'all. I know today is some of y'all Fridays and things like that, but I don't want to keep y'all up here all night. So if y'all like this conversation, yeah, consider joining the membership. The $2.99 membership gives you access to the members only live. We had a wonderful time last week in the XJW kickback, and we really kind of cut up and let loose. So I will be posting the schedule so you'll know when we're back over here for Tell Me Something Good Thursday and the members only live. So next week is Girls Night Out, which will be on Friday, September 5th. And then I'll post the rest of them. Lord, I got all this crap to do in September. All right, so let's see. Okay, she said she can't transfer to another congregation. Yeah, Voodoo. Oh, they ain't gonna let me forget T. That's why I'm about to get off of him. Hi, so what? Regine, how you doing? Okay. Um, I thought Fridays would be good, butterfly. Um, or should it be done on a Thursday? Let me know. Should we I guess in my head I'm thinking like girls night out Friday, kind of thing. But maybe we should do it that Thursday, September 4th. Let me know what you think. I think it's a way that I can even ask. Maybe I can ask in the member group. Maybe we'll make it that Thursday. And after next, what is it? Yeah, I think after next Thursday, Tell Me Something Good Thursdays will be going back to 7 because I'll be done with my gut class. Hey, Regina. Eighth Power, you are so welcome. Thank you for coming. Yeah, so we used to do this every Thursday. However, I'm trying to change some things up and it might return to every Thursday, but it might just be a shorter period of time. You will see. But we have a members only. It's $2.99, and we do members only lives in that as well. But yeah, just stay connected. Check the what they call a community post, and you'll know when these public ones will be going up. But thanks for coming. Thanks for trusting us. Thanks for confirming that what we all suspect, that JWs are waking up and they, want to leave, are leaving, because the curtain's been pulled back kind of thing. So thank you so much. Good night, butterfly. Yeah, we had a good time tonight. Okay, Leo. No problem. Y'all keep me going. I love when y'all comment. Um, like I say, I do love y'all. So it is meeting night. Oh, it is meeting night. Maybe I need to keep it Wednesday or Thursday because I think that's how I had it set up. Okay, butterfly. All right. Absolutely. You got this. Half the battle was won because you now know the truth about what's going on. You know all the things that nobody is brave enough to go and investigate and find out. So you halfway there. The other 50% will work its way out. You know. Good night, Esty. TW, nobody has time for your shenanigans. Well, that is the next chapter, and you'll probably see what the full spectrum. You have some people who go full blown atheists. You have some people who go, what is it called, agnostic. You have some people who, you know, do. I see a lot of people kind of go non-denominational Christian. I don't necessarily see people like going to the Lutheran or the Methodist or the Baptist. I see people who choose to practice Christianity. They kind of go non-denominational, and then you have a good chunk who just believe a number of things. Like, I don't have a label on me. I guess if somebody was to ask, I guess it would be most, maybe, like Christianity as far as identity. But I also believe in just the power of the universe. I believe in the protection and the guidance of the ancestors. So I'm not your typical, you know I guess, Baptist person or what have you. So, but I wouldn't put pressure on myself about that. I know I didn't. You feel like I actually went through a period where you just, like, you don't know what to believe. And so then you start second guessing everything. I I don't know if you know my story, Ace, but I did not grow up in this. I got baptized when I was 30. Started studying in my late 20s. And I was born and raised Baptist. But after waking up from this, I didn't know what to believe. You know, is the Bible really real? Is Jesus and this and that? It was just all the things. And so I gave myself grace to just move day to day. At the end of the day, I think all religions or whatever, um, the core thing is what? Treat people well, be kind, don't be nasty, don't be negative, don't hurt people. And so that's just what I was, going with. Then I focused in on, like, I don't need to have to put a label per se on me. And this is what works for me. And then thinking about people in my life who weren't necessarily church goers and things of that nature, but they have been like the best people in my life. Like my best friend, he don't go to church, but if anybody was to be Jesus like, with compassion and just having your back and just all the things, it would be him. My paternal grandparents did not go to church like that. Maybe we go, for Easter or, just a random Sunday here and there. But most Sundays was spent at the house, with the radio going, listening to this or that or what have you. And those are two of the best people that ever walked the earth, in my opinion. So, and then I have people who go to church religiously and treat me and others like crap. Okay. So, I just was like, I'm going off vibes and actions. Okay. So that's where I'm at. I don't go to church, but I do, after my grandmother passed in January, and going to the church that I grew up in, it felt like home. So at first I was like, oh, I need to start going back, to church and this and that. And my husband like, you gonna drive all the way into the city on Sundays? He like, yeah, okay. I want to see that. And by the time the grief and all that started to come down, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. But I do try to catch they because they stream it. So I do try to catch some of it here and there. But I ain't sending no ties in to nowhere, nothing like that. First of all, I ain't got it. I ain't got no reoccurring payment. Nobody. Except for the bill people. But yeah, I took the pressure off myself to feel like I got to do this or do that or whatever. But I definitely could see how people were like going full blown atheists. I could see why. I could see why. And that it was a little scary, but I was like, you know what? You allow yourself to feel what you feel, and think what you think. And then you'll have those moments that confirm for you what's right. So yeah, don't that would be my one little caveat. Like, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Like, tackle this hill first. Like, how you gonna navigate to get you and your children. And it sounds like your husband might know something ain't right too if he not reaching out. That he like this some baloney. So yeah, don't put too much pressure on yourself with that. All right. I know I said I was gonna go, but then I started talking. Uh, Two Melissa talking about she gonna move walk too. Yeah, Melissa, like, yeah, once I took that pressure off myself, I'm just like, you know, some days I'm like, help me, Jesus, help me, Lord. Some days I'm like, Grandma, I need you to come in and give me a blessing. And some days I'm looking at the sun, like, universe, shine on me, So it's just like, it's all good. Am I being a good person? Am I holding space for people? Am I being compassionate? Does my heart feel a type of way when I hear devastating things like, you know, people in the Ukraine, just trying to survive WAR and, 20 people lost their lives. I don't understand that. So, long as I don't become numb, they just had a shooting school, you know, kids in mass. Just started school a week. So it's all these things to where you just it'll have you questioning, right? And so that's a whole nother live, y'all. Tell me butterfly, tell me you ain't gonna be able to moonwalk on that hard scratchy car. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, I agree, butterfly. All right. A said it's wild because yesterday we sort of quietly impromptu celebrated my firstborn birthday, and his joy meant something to me and him. It's like it healed something in me. Ooh, wee. I don't know why yeah. That just hit me a little bit. Mm, yeah. Hey, you have to come back. We would love for you to become a real one. Uh, So make sure you subscribe. That way you get the notifications when we go live and things of that nature. I think we collectively have enjoyed your presence here. As you can see, we got OGs in the house, and this is what we do on Thursdays. We used to do it every Thursday, but now we do it at least twice a month. But yeah, I'll be continuing to hold space for you, and that things will work out, to where you can have the most peace. So, all right, y'all, let me go get these dogs their melatonin. I might eat me a little leftover spaghetti if my husband ain't ate the leftovers, and take my butt to bed. Y'all have a great weekend. Tomorrow it is my plan to get some content recorded that I'm gonna push forward, because I had other content that I had already recorded that I was going to edit. But I think the two video ideas would probably be more aligned to the new light. So sometimes you got to make some executive decisions. All right, y'all. I'm gone for real this time. Y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.